Hello and welcome to the video. For this video, it's going to be a review of how the 50 weight oil is working in the G56 transmission, how it compares to ATF4 and so forth. From a drivability perspective, an operator comfort perspective. I think on the front of protection and being good for the internals of the trans, it is better across the board. But from a comfort perspective, there's a little bit of, pros and cons. So, to start, we have an ambient temperature of 48 degrees. That is a pretty cold day for the Gulf Coast, and about as cold as we've seen in about 2 years during daylight hours. So, this is a good test, but I think this test could be done in 60, 65 degree weather with similar results too. So, the main drawback of the 50 weight is cold weather performance. How does the trans shift when the oil is cold? That's what we're going to go through and experience right here on camera. So let's get her fired up. And we're going to idle for a minute here. All right, here we go. So first, second gear. Now from a stop, it's easy to put it in second gear and get rolling. So we'll do that, make our way out the driveway here. So far, we haven't really seen any stiff shifts or anything. However, I was parked there on a slight incline facing downhill, and if I were to let the truck roll forward at 1 or 2 miles per hour, it would be very tough to get it in second gear. That would be not so tough if the oil was warm. It's up to temp. So that's one difference there. So I always put it in gear before I let the wheels turn, and until I get out of the driveway, it seems like there's no difference from having ATF4. So we're at the stop sign here. With some luck, be able to pull out, and that's true. Alright, so accelerate in second gear. And this is where we go to third. And it's a little bit stiff. I don't know if y'all saw, I put a decent bit of effort into that third gear shift. Even to get it out of second and into neutral was a bit stiff. So I'm just kind of like rolling in third right now up to the traffic light. I'll pause for a minute until this light turns green, and once again, we'll stiff to go from third to neutral. Alright, I got the camera rolling again. What I want to try here is first gear. Maybe to the, maybe upsetting people behind me, but we will use first. And then go to second here at about 6 miles an hour. That wasn't too bad, actually. Now third. Yeah, a little rough. It's already loosening up a bit, so just from driving about 100 yards down the road. Now fourth was stiff too. Quite stiff. Now what we're going to see is things are going to change going for fifth now, and just extremely smooth. That was a lot smoother of a shift into fifth than I would have had with the ATF4. I don't understand why fifth is so nice, even with cold 50 weight oil in there. And then sixth. Six was pretty good. No issues there. So that's how it is when it's cold. Now you get down the road about maybe not even 5 miles, and things feel a lot better. Everything gets warmed up, and there's no gears that are worse than ATF4. So when it's cold, the rundown is reverse is actually still better than ATF4. First is the same, second is the same, unless you're rolling. If you're rolling and you try and go into second, then ATF4 is easier. Third, ATF4 is better. Fourth, ATF4 is better. Fifth, the 50 weight's better. And sixth gear doesn't care either way. So that's how it is when cold. When warm, all the gears are the same or better. Reverse is much better. First and second are the same. Third and fourth about the same. 5th is better. 6th is about the same. So it was mainly just reverse and 5th gear that I saw the huge improvement on. Sometimes you get a really nice 4th gear shift though, but it's not every time. So that's more or less my review of how this oil's been working for me since I've had it in the truck for over a month now, a fair number of miles. Would I run it again? The oil that I have is Schaefer's SAE 50. It's a really good oil. It's not the most popular. A lot of people don't even know about it. And I think it's even a relatively new product from Schaefer's. And not too many people carry it. I got it on East Coast Diesel. And it's a good option. It's not Opal Delvac, which is the most popular, and it's not Royal Purple either. But I think those two oils would have the same properties as this. They're both the same style. This kind of oil is what was meant to be in the transmission. But I think it wasn't just for cost to save money that they put ATF4 in there. I think it was also for user comfort in the cold weather. They didn't want to get complaints or have people coming in for potential warranty work when it was just the oil that needed to be warmed up, and then they were fine. So that's really all there is to it. If you're thinking about going with 50 weight, I would recommend it just to protect the internals of your trans. But for me in the future, maybe I'll stick with this stuff. Maybe I'll try a more premium ATF4. I haven't decided yet. Something like AMSOIL ATF4 might be worth a try. It could be better than regular ATF4. I'm not sure. I've never really believed that there was much difference between different brands ATF4, but it's definitely better in cold weather with this trans. But by this point, like right now, if I were to go back to 2nd gear, it would probably shift perfect. So it's just it's good if you take your truck out and you drive it a lot during the day. But if you drive it a short distance, park it, drive it another short distance, those stiff shifts may irritate you. So I would recommend it for people who do a lot of highway like I do, or have their truck running longer distances. Once you get your G56 warmed up from a long drive, it'll stay decently warm. You know, you could park for a couple of hours and still have smooth shifts when you come back out. So that's all I got for y'all. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.